Welcome to BaytBushra. I'm Bushra and this is my home. Today we're making Nescafe cake. So there's a lot of variations of this Nescafe cake on the internet. All of them are delicious. All of them are almost practically the same. So I want to thank you for choosing my video today. How mine is a little bit different is that I grew up with this with a little bit of brittle on top and like inside to add a little bit of crunchy texture to the Nescafe cake. It's a no-bake Arab tiramisu cake. It's really, really delicious. My favorite way actually to eat it is to freeze it. So I'll make little portions and then freeze them and then eat those as breakfast usually. Cake for breakfast, who would say no? Make sure you click the link in the description box below so you'll know who inspired me to film this video and re-inspired the idea for this Nescafe cake. The ingredients are very minimal. This is very easy and very quick to put together. So let me show you what you're gonna need today. You're gonna need some instant coffee in a large bowl like this. I like to use my Pyrex because I'm gonna measure out the water in here. And then you're gonna need some more instant coffee for the whipped cream, which is 1 pint of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, and 1 can of condensed milk, 14 ounces. You're going to need some graham crackers or some tea biscuits. I like to use the ones with the least amount of sugar, white sugar or regular cane sugar, and some of these slivered almonds. You can also do probably walnuts or pecans would be really good. And you're gonna need some water, and you're gonna need the dish that you're going to assemble this Nescafe cake in. First thing we're going to do is we're gonna add some hot water to this. 1.5 cups. You want to do this first so that it has time to cool, and we're going to leave that to the side. And next we're going to work on making our brittle. So a brittle is just some toasted nuts, whatever you like, in some caramel, and then it like hardens and becomes nice and crunchy. So we're going to head over to the stove with these ingredients right here. So we're going to start by heating up a small pan like this. And directly into this I'm just going to add my slivered almonds. All right. And we're gonna dry toast these, which means there's no oil or butter or anything going into them. They're just going to toast nice and dry. And once they're golden, then we're gonna transfer them to a plate and let them cool. So these are just about there. What I'm gonna do is place them on this. Here we have some toasted almonds. Okay, put your sugar. Okay, and the water. You want to keep your eye on this. It will become a caramel in about 5 minutes maybe. I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. It's very important that you wash your pan and completely dry it before you add the sugar. You can mix the sugar and water together just until they're dissolved. And then after that, the only thing you want to do is swirl your pan. The caramel's going to keep getting a little bit darker and darker. I think it shows up darker in the camera. You want to go for like an amber color. Be very careful. See how I'm like standing right here? The bubbles go from very, very small to very big. That's how you know you're almost there. Like I said, the only thing you can do at this point is just swirl it around. Okay, you see the edges have that beautiful golden color. I'm now gonna put all of my nuts in here, turn this off, and coat the nuts in the caramel. I have a prepared silpat here, and I'm just going to drop the whole thing. We're gonna let this cool completely until we're ready to assemble, at which point we'll break it into smaller pieces and then use it to decorate our Nescafe cake. So the next step is we're gonna make the whipped cream. And here I have a frozen, can you see the steam? I can see the steam, like, or the cold steam. Steam happens when it's cold, I don't know. So you're gonna put your bowl, whichever bowl you're using, into the freezer for a good 30 minutes so that the whipped cream stays cold and it whips up really, really nicely. We're gonna start by whipping the whipped cream to stiff peaks. And you wanna do that because when you add the condensed milk, it's going to deflate a little bit. And we're also gonna add some instant coffee to this so that the coffee, the ice cream, like creamy part of the Nescafe cake also has some coffee in it. Okay, we're gonna close that and get started on first like a low, medium speed. Okay, we're gonna check if this is stiff peaks now. Not bad. I wanna just scrape the sides here so that all the coffee is incorporated. It has this lovely mocha color. This peak is holding, so I'm gonna put in the condensed milk and you're gonna put all of it. It's kind of heavy. And now we're going to mix it again so that it fluffs up one more time. Mix, you really, really, really want that condensed milk incorporated, and see how much crema we got from that small amount of liquid in the beginning. Okay guys, and now we're gonna move to our assembly station. You wanna cut up your brittle kind of a messy job. You can also put it in a bag and like smash it. Okay, so now we have all of our things here assembled. We're just going to assemble. In the bottom, I want to put a little bit of crema first. And next, we're gonna soak a little bit of the graham cracker. I like to break it in half so it's easier to put in here. A little bit in this coffee mixture. And then we're gonna lay them all the way over here on top of your cream. Depending on your serving dish, you might need more or less. This is kind of a messy project. And then we're just going to cut up smaller pieces like this and kind of fill in the gaps if you have any gaps. All right, next goes more of the cream. And then we're gonna put some of this brittle inside, not too much. Mostly this is for on top. At this point, you guys, it's up to you if you want to do a third layer of cookies and then a fourth layer of cream. I like it a little bit thin like this because, like I told you, I like to freeze mine. So it just ends up being the perfect portion for like a snack or a dessert or a breakfast or whatever. So this is done. And so therefore, I'm going to top with some more brittle. And then this goes in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours. Chilling overnight is best. Okay guys, this is ready for the fridge. You want to cover this with plastic and then put it in the fridge until you're ready to serve it. So this is actually, guys, what I'm going to do for the rest of the cream. Put a little bit of cream in the middle and the inside, sorry. And then I take some, these are my individual ones, and these are the ones go straight into the freezer. Cookie, brittle, doesn't matter what kind of order you do this in. One more cookie, more crema. And this is now ready for the freezer. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me today, and for joining the fam. If you're not part of the fam, hit that subscribe button. Like this video, share it with your friends, with your family, make this Nescafe cake, tag me on Twitter and Instagram in your lovely recreations, and I will see you next time, inshallah.